but I really, really needed a Starbucks, to put it lightly. Hello, everybody. Happy day 10, except it is already 9 p.m. and I'm tired and I'm still also drinking coffee. So this is what we're doing today, but I really, really needed a Starbucks, to put it lightly. Let's just do a little story time. So my son, Andrew, he's 10, but for the past 3 weeks, we have been recurring illness with him. And I won't go into all the stuff, but it started with a stomach bug that kind of passed through most of the family. Then he had a fever. So once he was better, he missed like a week of school. Once he was better, he went back to school and he was fine. And then 2 days later, has a fever again. Then he starts coughing, starts coming down with some of the like cough in his chest, not COVID. So we're like, okay, it's just a cold, like a seasonal cold. Like out of 17 kids in his classroom, 14 of the kids were out because they were sick. So it's not just Andrew, it's kind of going around. I think everybody's immune systems have been just like not exposed to this type of illness in a while. And so it's going through apparently the entire town that I live in, and maybe even the world, who knows. But long story short, he's been out of school multiple times. He's been sick for about 3 weeks off and on, and feeling fine yesterday. Come home, wakes up this morning at 7 a.m. and he said, "Mommy, I don't feel good. 100-degree fever." So we went straight to the doctor and we waited for 5 hours to be seen. To say that was a frustrating morning. I tried to do some work while I was in the doctor's, like in the waiting room. But at the same time, it's like you've got a kid who doesn't feel well, who just wants to be comfortable. He just wants to lay down. But I was thinking, oh my gosh, we have to get him seen today. Like I can't leave. We need to figure out what this is in case it's something more serious. So once we get in there, it was like another hour of every test, like flu, mono, just everything. And everything came back negative. So all they could say was probably an upper respiratory infection. We're going to give him antibiotics, which I don't really like for myself, taking antibiotics unless I know it's absolutely necessary. So it's kind of like, I hate to give him antibiotics. We'll just have to give him good probiotics too. But at the same time, like something's going on that's not being cured. So we're just going to try what the doctor says. So then they prescribed a couple of different medications. We went into Walmart and they were like, it'll be about 30 minutes. Then they said, you know what, it's going to be probably an hour. So I said, I'm just taking this kid home. So I took him home. He got some rest. I worked on the rest of those giveaways and getting them like shipped out and stuff. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll take all these giveaway packages to the post office and then I'll just drop by Walmart and pick up the prescriptions. I'm thinking it's going to be like 30-minute round trip. And here we go. Get to Walmart and they're out of both of the medicines that were ordered for him. So then I had to wait another hour while they called his doctor. It was such a runaround. I have been in waiting rooms in one way or another for about 9 or so hours today. And I was hitting that point where I was like, okay, I'm just going to cry. But I hung in there. I will do whatever it takes to make sure my son is taken care of. So he did end up getting his antibiotic and he's resting upstairs now and hopefully is going to go to sleep pretty soon. But his fever keeps jumping to like 103. So that sucks. Evie so far is doing well, but she's also like getting irritated and crying a little bit more than she normally would. So I'm worried that she's going to wake up sick tomorrow or in the middle of the night when I should be sleeping and she should be sleeping. So this is part of the challenges of being a writer who also has outside responsibilities, whether that is kids for you or spouse, or you're caretaking for an elderly parent or other family member, or if it's just your fur babies and your full-time job, like whatever it is that you have going on, it can sometimes feel like it just never stops, and it doesn't, like, the world doesn't slow down or stop for us just because we decided we were going to try to write a novel in 30 days, a 50,000 word novel in 30 days. The world keeps going. And that is true when you are a professional author and a YouTuber and all of that stuff. And part of your job is to know when it's too much for you and you need to slow down, and when you're on the right path. But whatever your responsibilities are, sometimes it's going to mean you don't have the writing day that you expected. Sometimes it's going to mean you don't launch the book when you wanted, or for an entire year, you don't launch the book that you expected. And sometimes that's going to mean a loss of momentum. But what I hope that I can share with you now, that I have learned painstakingly over the last, 12 years of publishing professionally, is that any deadline you miss or any NaNoWriMo that you just don't hit the 50K or anything like that, those are just moments in time, and they don't make or break your value as a writer, and they don't make or break your chance at having a career. I have made mistakes. I have, chosen YouTube and courses over writing as many books. I have chosen a family sometimes over writing as many books. And sometimes it means my sales are lower than I want them to be. But then sometimes I release a new book finally after a year and sales are really high. And that's the way this whole business is ups and downs. And when you're up, you're afraid, what if I can't maintain it? And when you're down, you're thinking, what if I can't ever get where I want to be? And everywhere in between, there's going to be doubts. There's going to be illnesses. There's going to be doctor's visits that come up. There's going to be all kinds of things. But if I could give you one piece of encouragement, it would be this. As long as you don't give up on your dreams, you're still going to get where you wanted to go. It just might take a little bit longer, or it might take a different path, or it might look or feel a little different than you originally expected, but you're still going to get where you want to go, and you will get there exactly when you were meant to be there. And I truly believe that. So today, instead of feeling frustrated by doctor's appointments and so forth, I'm going to choose to feel really grateful that my son is a healthy boy and that he's going to get over this quickly, and that we just spend a day or two of our year in, a hospital, when I know there are other people who spend a lot more time than that with their family members at the hospital. So I'm going to be grateful for that. I'm going to be grateful for modern medicine and antibiotics, and hopefully him waking up feeling much better tomorrow. And I'm also going to be super grateful for, getting a quick Starbucks and having the ability to do that. And also for all of you for watching and always encouraging me, and also for the opportunity to sit down and write some books. So a little bit of a talk from me. I did not have the energy to pull those notebooks out, so we will do that hopefully tomorrow. But what I'm going to do right now is I have my iPad set up here, and I'm going to just do one quick little sprint, and then I'm going to I think I'm going to color in my Hello Kitty coloring book. Yes, of course, I have 2 Hello Kitty coloring books. And I'm just going to binge watch some YouTube and just do some little self-care with that. But I am going to get a few words in. It's not going to be the plotting day I originally hoped. It's not going to be, all of Act 2. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm still moving forward. I'm proud of what I've done so far. And so today just won't be as far forward or as quickly forward as I hoped. But there's always tomorrow. All right, let's do some writing. So my messy, unmade bed, and I have my iPad Pro here and my Bluetooth keyboard. Some people have asked for a keyboard video specifically, so maybe that'll be coming soon. I got this one off of Amazon, and I have similar ones to this, just a different brand, that are Bluetooth keyboards. I have one in pink and one in mint green, and then I just have this this little kind of knockoff of the Logitech mouse. I have my little caddy here that I set up, and I have my plotting cards. These are like my plotting cheat sheets. And I'm also going to log into some of Rhiannon's sprints, I think, over on YouTube while I do this. And I'll probably just put her up on the TV. Let's do some writing. Okay, 477. So I ended up with 14,180 words, and I only really did like one sprint with Rhiannon tonight, but I have set a mood here in my room. I should have put some ambient stuff or moved Rhiannon up to the thing, but and don't worry, those candles are not as close to that as it looks like. But I have set a mood and I'm falling asleep as I'm trying to write. So I ended up with a little over 470 words. And that is just the most that I'm going to be able to do tonight. And that is okay. So if you have a day coming up, or you've had a day so far, or most of the days so far just haven't been possible, it's okay. Be kind to yourself. I am definitely going to do my best to rest and relax, and we'll see how tomorrow is. I have a couple meetings in the morning, but I'll hopefully be back with some notebook challenge and some plotting of Act 2. So I will see you then. I hope your writing's going well, and I hope that you and your family are staying healthy. All right, sending my love. Good night.